Hey everybody, you'll be well into your monthly meeting. This is the new format now. We're going to be doing a couple of short videos. I'll be on one, James will be on another, Brandon will be on yet another. You're going to be watching these each month so that you kind of get a visual representation of what we're trying to achieve. So what we're doing this month, guys, in collaboration with all of our practice managers, is we've agreed on a better and clearer format for all of our in-clinic meetings. And there's going to be 2 meetings a month. There's going to be one meeting at the start of the month that goes for an hour, and then there's going to be a meeting in the middle of the month that goes for an hour. The meeting at the start of the month that goes for an hour is going to have basically a clinic audit checklist that the practice managers will have done prior, that will go through anything that Brendan and the clinic manager thinks needs to be addressed inside your meetings. Then they will deliver that content in the meeting that will be relevant to employee performance, where you're getting patients from, what the clinic is looking like, whether or not there's any leave coming up, and if you've got coverage, etc., etc. So if you're interested in finding out about what that clinic audit looks like, talk to your practice manager and they'll run through it with you. The next thing that we're going to be going on to is that the second monthly meeting, so the mid-monthly meeting, is going to be basically a check-up by the practice manager that whether or not the grand plan for the month is actually happening. It's kind of going to be where they reignite the love for the month, get the marketing plan going a little bit more strongly and make sure that the implementation is happening throughout the month. It's also going to be, that mid-monthly one is also going to be where all of your statistics and your performance from the previous month is going to be chatted about, and how the actual clinic has been performing as a whole, both from where patients have come from referrals, as well as how well we are retaining those clients in-house. So as far as performance is concerned, we discussed in the clinic managers meeting today that generally people are a little bit confused as to what good performance is and what bad performance is. And so we have really brought in 3 sets of checklists and qualities for associate, senior and management level therapists. Your clinic managers, if you could all discuss what those qualities are and what the KPI data is that backs up those specific levels of therapists. So in a nutshell, associates are looking to at least have a KPI of in excess of 6, and they're trying to achieve a KPI of 8, which means total amount of returns for each new patient. The senior physiotherapists are trying to exceed 8 up to 11. So if you would like to achieve senior status from associate level, you need to be performing at a return rate in excess of 8, at least in excess of 8. Now from the management level side of things, you need to be achieving a return rate in excess of 11. So it's 3 clear delineations about performance in the clinic. They always correlate to patient satisfaction. They always correlate to the amount of knowledge that you get. They always correlate to the amount that your colleagues think that how good you are as a physio. So your clinic managers will take you through what those quality checklists are inside this practice management, inside the clinic meeting that you're having. So it's really, really clear. So moving forward, when you're looking at the stats, you actually know what you're comparing to. Inside each clinic, we're looking at getting an average return rate at the clinic level of 8. And again, because we know that return rates correlate to patient satisfaction, it's not a monetary thing. It's a patient net promoter score system that we know that they're shouting out and loving us out there in the wide world if our return rate exceeds 8. So that's what we'll be looking to. As far as the marketing is concerned, so this is another significant one. Sorry about the break, I just had to check my list. The marketing implementation has also been a little bit up and down in the past. So James is going to be going into how we can get better implementation of our marketing, and it's really all centered around the lead gen, that one sheet that you will get for the month, and it's all centered around the marketing content and the marketing memo. So in short, the marketing memo explains what each of the things are that we do for the month. The marketing content plan is the bit that you copy and paste into Instagram. The lead gen is the thing that organises your certain days on what actually happens on those days. Everything's color-coded from birthdays to anniversaries to different types of posts, etc. Now, each day of the month has a line that says staff allocated or allocated to staff. Print it up and write down the name of a staff member for each day of the month. So for instance, Chris might do every Tuesday, so he only needs to do 4 posts in the month. So there is no marketing system that we want to fall back on the one person. Allocate your day of the week. Know that you have to do it on that day of the week, and that we're going to be checking the results at the end of the month and trying to demonstrate how many new patients come from that format. So just a bit of an update on that. Everybody's wondering whether or not we actually get any business from social media. We looked at January and December. That's just gone, and we've found that social media is starting to rival both Google AdWords and and organic searches on Google for the amount of patients that are booking into physio. So we are actually getting a direct conversion of patients from social into actually book appointments. So it's a really critical metric. Each month on the Facebook group, you will be seeing the results of the previous month. James will be uploading the top 3 posters, the top 3 likes, how many patients each clinic has actually received from social media, and how much website traffic is coming from social media. So that'll give you an idea of the best performers, the worst performers. Stay out of the bottom 3 if you can. Hopefully you will, because you'll be doing heaps of posts and you'll be getting heaps of clients. If everybody's doing really well, we'll get rid of the bottom 3 section, and we'll just focus on listing how many clients everybody's got. So in short, Harrington and Glenmore Park are getting like 10 to 12 new patients over that period of time in a couple of months. Just from posting, it ends up being that you get a new patient every 1.5 posts, which is absolutely extraordinary. So get into the lead gen, print it up, write your name down on it, make sure it's done. James and I have got a couple tips and tricks to do with Dropbox in order to minimise the length of time that you're using on Instagram, so that it's literally snap the photo, copy and paste the content into Insta and post. Alright, so I think that is about it from me. Next month we're going to be getting into all sorts of stuff about training. I look forward to seeing you then, guys. Have a great meeting. Hooroo.